I'm not really sure how many of you guys have seen this before. Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, The Coder's Code. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to make Joyce Byers Christmas lights from Stranger Things Season 1 on Scratch. Now, since Season 5 of Stranger Things is finally coming out this year, I knew I had to make one of these guys. For those of you who have watched Stranger Things, you should know that Joyce Byers used these lights to communicate with her son Will when he was in the Upside Down for a short period of time. Before we get started on how to make this project, I just wanted to take you guys through a demo. So I'll just let you know what happens when you click on the green flag. So once you do, you can type in any word, any sentence. If you're typing in a sentence, click on this space button over here to get a space. After you do that, click on done. Once you click on done, there will be a little surprise towards the end, and you'll see what that is when I demo this project right now. And once you click on the respective letters on your keyboard, you'll see that these light bulbs actually light to give that effect. I'm going to go ahead and click on the green flag, and a soundtrack is going to be played, so I'm not going to be able to speak over that. So here we go. Alright, there it is. This is the project. So basically the word or sentence you typed before will be said by, I'm not sure if you recognized her, you should, but yeah, that's 11 from season 1. Alright, let's get started. As always, go to scratch.mit.edu, click on create. You'll be taken to the project editor, which looks a little something like this. Some things that you don't have, those are from Scratch add-ons, which is an extension available on Google Chrome. I will link it in the description box below. Anyways, let's name this project. I named it Stranger Things Lights before. I think I'm going to stick with that. Let's delete the cat sprite. Alright, now for the sprites, I personally already put them in the backpack so that we wouldn't waste any time doing it all over again. But I'm going to teach you how you can do this as well, so I'll just drag this over here. If you guys want, you can go to the project link, which will be in the description box below, and open this project and take the backdrop and the sprites from that. So that's okay as well, but I'll show you how I built this. So basically what you have to do is you have to type in each of these letters and set it to the font being the marker font, and then you have to arrange them exactly in this order, because usually there is a space for R over here, but in the picture, in the official picture in the series, it ends with Q in the second row. And these lights can be drawn freehand. So that's the backdrop. You also have to duplicate this and delete all the elements over here. I'll tell you why we need that later. And now for the lights, again, I used the backpack for this as well. Drop this over here. Now each of these letters are going to be having one light, and this one light is going to be having two costumes, one the lit up costume and one the normal costume over here, which looks something like this. Once you're done with this, you can align this light. So I'll decrease the size of the sprite. Alright, and I will name this A, because this is the light for A. And now duplicate this, name it B. So the format we followed in the previous project, if you go ahead and look, is red, yellow, blue. So now we'll do the yellow light. So go to costumes, select the red part, click on fill, change it to yellow, okay, and choose that same yellow and change the red over here as well. Yep, there you go. And you can still see this inside yellow properly because that shade is different from the one outside. And this is B. Duplicate it again, name this C, go to costumes and make this color blue and change it. There you go. So this is A, B, and C. Now you have two options. You can either duplicate it, change it, and go on like that while putting this code. Or you have another option, which I will tell you now. Let me just go ahead and do this first. Okay, so now after blue, we have to put red all over again. So what you're going to do is you're going to duplicate A, and then take this, keep it over here, and name this D, and do the same. So go ahead and do this, align it, and then come back and I will show you how to go forth with the code. Alright, now that's done. If you click on the green flag, you can see they have gone to their designated positions. Okay, now for the code for each of these sprites over here. If you go to events, you can see a when space key pressed block over here. So when A key pressed, we'll switch the costume 3, which is the second one in this case, and when green flag clicked, switch it to costume 2, which is the first one. So over here, switch costume to costume 3, drag in a wait 0.8 seconds, I think is fine, and then switch back to costume 2. So now if you go ahead and click on A, you can see it will switch to costume 3, then wait 0.8 seconds and back to the original costume. Alright, great. Now what we're going to do is we're going to copy this and paste it to all other sprites. Okay, now that that is done, so what you're going to do is you're going to go to variables, click on make a list, and type in word. So you have a list called word right now. So when you click on A, you want to add the letter A to this list. When you click on B, you want to add B, C, you want to add C, and so on and so forth. So how do we do that? So when A key pressed, first thing we want to do is we want to add A to word. So make sure you have that, and when green flag clicked, we can delete all of word so that we do not constantly get a added version of the list. Anyways, now you can go ahead and edit it and go to each sprite, change the A key to B key if it is on B, that is, and add B to word. And go ahead and do that to all other sprites, and don't forget to add the switch costume to costume 2 for each of the sprites as well. So go ahead and do that, and I will see you guys right after that. Alright guys, now what you want to do is you want to go to backdrops, drag in a when green flag clicked, switch to backdrop 2, which is the first one, and you also want to hide the list always. You will never ever show the list even once. So we can test this out by showing it for now, and yep. So now if you type in A, B, C, all the letters have been added successfully, and their costume change is also working really well. So now that we've tested that, we have to code 11 now. But before that, we need to add both a show over here, and we also want to add a when backdrop switches to backdrop number 3, we want to hide. Okay, so we have to put this for each of the sprites. So again, a long task, but trust me, it is easier this way to just drag and drop, drag and drop. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, now that that is done, let's make the done button. So for that, hover over Choose a Sprite, click on Paint, and draw a rectangle. Decrease the size. Choose the text tool and type in done. Change the fill to white and the font to handwriting. Okay, and now we'll name this sprite done. For this project, I'm going to put the done button at the bottom because we do not have space at the top. So when green flag clicked, we want it to show, and when this sprite is clicked, we want it to broadcast a message first called done. Or we don't even have to do that. We can just switch the background to backdrop 3, yeah, which is a plain gray backdrop. And now we have to make the cool hovering feature, like if it's touching the button, it has to switch to another costume. For that, we need another costume. So duplicate it, change the blue color shade. Let's remove that. Blue color shade to slightly lighter shade. Probably like this color. Yep. And now forever, if touching mouse pointer, then switch costume to costume number 2, else switch costume to costume number 1. And when green flag clicked, it will always be costume number 1. So if you go ahead and hover over it, now we have the cool effect. If you click it, everything goes away. Oh, we also want this to go away, so a hide would be good over here as well. Yep, there you go. Now we also need a space. Hover over Choose a Sprite, click on Paint, draw a space, a rectangle. We can just duplicate this guy over here. Change the text to space. Increase the size. Okay. When this sprite is clicked, we want to add to word, space to word. Oh, the coordinates as well. So I like to go ahead and add a point in direction to 180. So if you go ahead and do that, it will look like that, and go to over here. Yep, that's good. And yeah, there you go. So there's that, and now we just have to do everything about that 11, saying the word, etc. So again, I have the 11 in my back. Oh, I don't. Okay, let me just go ahead and get it into my backpack. Alright, let's refresh the backpack. I just added it. Yep, there you go. Hover over, choose a sprite, add the costume, and yep, there you go. So we've got L. Okay, let's position L. Oh, we also want to hide that as well. Okay, so I'm going to position L over here. So when green flag clicked, we wanted to hide, but we also wanted to go to this position. And when the backdrop switches to backdrop number 3, we want L to show. And we also want her to say, oh my god, why am I calling it? Probably because it's a sprite. I'm so sorry. And we wanted to say the word. So you can go ahead and drag this to that placeholder. But we also wanted to go like, oh, the word is this. The sentence is this. So word / sentence you typed was word. Okay, there you go. If you want a full stop, then that is good. Alright, so this should work. Let's test it out. Debug it.
So I want to type in hello Will space and done.
Yep, there you go. Now you notice that as soon as you typed space, it disappeared. What if you want another space? So let's go back to space and remove this hide. Now over here we can go to events, drag in a when backdrop switches to backdrop number 3, then it can hide. So yeah, now it should be perfect. Let's test it out again. Now, oh, what is it doing over there? It's supposed to be over here. Oh my god, I called it again. Oh my god, it's a she. It's 11. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. Alright, so now something I found that I do very subconsciously is I click on the space on my keyboard. So what you can do is you can add in an option, like in the backdrops if you want. So when green flag clicked, or you can just add it there, forever if key space pressed, add a space to word. So now if you check it out,
I did put a space, by the way, so let's click on done. As you can see, there is a space.
yay. Okay, I think we should add a wait 1 second over there. Okay, yep, that was what we needed. There you go. That's the project. And about the sound effects, so I'll just go back to the previous project over here, which I made before. As you can see, there are different parts to this sound, which I actually took this sound from an amazing Stranger Things project. I can't even talk about how good it is. It is made by Ivy Pull 2, and you can check out the project over here. It is so good. He or she had this sound in the project, so I just went ahead and drag and dropped over there. And this song is originally, the soundtrack is originally Kids by Kyle Dixon and Michael Steen. You can go ahead and add that if you'd like to, and then it will be exactly like this one. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Had so much fun building this because I'm such a huge fan of Stranger Things. I can't wait for season 5. My favorite character is Max. Comment down below who's your favorite. I know, again, comments are disabled, so you can just go ahead to this project and just comment down below if you'd like. So thank you so much for watching, and you can like, share, subscribe if you want, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!